We're going to go back down to the Skabour Festival in the Folkestone Harbour, where Sam and Craig are down there.
Hi Tom, cheers. It is still absolutely rocking down here. I mean, the sun is still shining. We got Toot and Scarman on stage at the moment, and they're creating a real buzz. Right now, at the moment though, I've got two guys that performed earlier, come all the way from Germany. It's from the Easy Snappers. Guys, how are you enjoying Folkestone?
It's great, really.
Yeah?
We're so glad to be here. It's fantastic moods, great weather, fantastic festival.
Yeah, well, I saw you perform earlier on. You were absolutely brilliant. There was a real buzz before you came on stage as well. Everyone was really looking forward to seeing you. I mean, how do you think that, compared to, obviously, the acts that are on stage now, I noticed you're a lot more laid back than they say these guys. Would you say that's still part of the ska genre?
Absolutely. I mean, we're mostly committed to the 60s music, while the band's playing here. Yeah, it's more like the third wave of ska and the two-tone, but I think it's a great mixture.
And I think without this whole two-tone movement in the end of the 1970s, beginning of the 1980s, there wouldn't have been a third wave of neo-60s ska and all this people like Prince Buster, the Skitterlights, Lowell Aitken. I thought they wouldn't have been on stage in the 1990s and still some years ago.
So obviously you guys have come from Germany. In Germany there's a big ska scene. How does it, is it completely different from the one here in the UK, or is there very similarities? Is there a big difference at all?
It's much less about two-tone, I would say, because it's just not this kind of tradition in Germany, the two-tone movement. But there's a lot of third ska movement going on, like really new bands, and also some bands committed to the 60s.
I think in Germany there are a lot of people in the ska scene who also like to hear Tamla Motown, Northern Soul, all this rocksteady early reggae stuff from the 1960s. There's also a little two-tone movement, but when you see here, when you look at the stage and see all these original skinheads from 1969 or from 1979, I really got goosebumps on my skin.
It is absolutely brilliant what's happening here today, and obviously the guys that are on stage at the moment, there's a massive buzz around them. As Craig said, before you guys performed, we were asking lots of people about who they were looking forward to seeing, and your names were the ones that everyone was looking forward to seeing. So obviously, people think
you're joking.
No, honestly, if you listen back to the interviews that we've done today, you'll hear that lots of people were mentioning your names. Obviously, you've come over here, but how long have you been involved in the ska scene? I mean, how did it all come about for you guys?
For me in personal, it's about, I think, 20 years or something else. I was 15 or 16 when I get in touch with all this two-tone stuff, Madness, Special Selector, and afterwards I went on Skitterlights, Prince Buster, and so I've been in.
Yeah, pretty much the same for me too, although I'm a little bit younger than Chris. So I'm 10 years in the scene for now, and really started going into 60s music only some years ago, and we founded the band 2 years ago. Yeah.
Obviously, you enjoyed performing at the Skabour Festival in Folkestone. Are you playing many other gigs? You play many gigs in Germany?
It weren't many. It was about 10 gigs maybe, or 10 or 12.
Yeah.
Because we are all of us are non-professionals. It's only our hobby, and we are not professionals, and for us it's such a great honor to perform on this stage for these lovely people, and for these people who know what ska music and two-tone is all about.
So is this your first performance in the UK?
Yeah, definitely.
Wow.
Definitely.
Privileged.
Our trombone player is playing in another ska band for 17 years, but it's also his first time here in England to perform, and it's really enjoying it.
It's a great honor.
Yeah.
So we are incredibly lucky to have you guys here in Folkestone today, and it's pretty impressive. You say that obviously you've only played like 10 gigs or so over in Germany, yet there's such a hype about you here in Folkestone. You're obviously doing something right, guys.
Yeah, it's really a pleasure to hear this. Maybe it's also because we have performed with Intensified some months ago in Mainz in Germany, and Intensified, these are such lovely guys, especially Stevie Harrington who arranges it. It's great, really, really great.
A big thank you to Jan and Chris from the band, the what are they? The Easy Snappers. I was going to say the Easy Spinners. I'm really sorry. I've been in the sun way too long. It is still absolutely raving down here. Lots of people jumping up and down. And I've got to say, we had all this space earlier, and we seem to our space seems to be getting smaller and smaller. This is how busy it is down here at the harbour. It is obviously free down here at the harbour. We've got events happening throughout Folkestone. Some of them you've got to pay for, but those ones that are paid for all go towards making sure that this stays for free. People loving it down here, loads going on, and Craig, you're taller than me. Can you even see the back of the crowd?
Well, I can't see the back of the crowd, no. I can see the roofs of the stalls at the back of the crowd, but I can't actually see the people there.
And you can hear the guys that are on stage at the moment, Toot and Scarman, absolutely rocking it.
The crowd are pressed right up against the fence at the front. Literally, it's getting pushed forward. That's how many people are packed into this place at the moment. It's absolutely rocking.
It is brilliant. If you want to come down, it's happening